Hi students, I hope you are bundled up with your jackets, hats, and mittens because this week we are going to explore Antarctica. We will also try some icy and wet science experiments. Antarctica is a continent located at the South Pole. That means it is at the bottom of our Earth. It is almost completely covered with ice, and it is the driest and coldest place to be on Earth. Let's look at a globe to figure out where Antarctica is. There are two poles of our Earth. There's the pole on the north or the top side of our Earth, and there's a pole on the bottom or southern part of our Earth. The top is called the North Pole or the Arctic. The bottom is called the South Pole or Antarctica. Antarctica is land that is completely covered in ice and surrounded by the Southern Ocean. Because it does not get direct sunlight, the temperatures on average are minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit. That is colder than zero. Antarctica doesn't get any rain. It does get some snow, but there is not a lot of water in a snowflake. So Antarctica is called an icy desert. Because these living conditions are so harsh, there are not many living things that call Antarctica home. There are only a few types of plants, such as grasses and moss. Animals include penguins, seals, and a bird called the snow petrel. In the oceans, there are many types of whales, octopuses, squid, and fish. Antarctica has a human population of 0. No people live here full-time. Scientists do come here to do research, and they stay for about 3 to 5 months at a time, doing research on weather, rocks, and wildlife. Also, tourists come to Antarctica for vacation to appreciate the unique views and wildlife. So how do animals like penguins survive on Antarctica? Let's look at the emperor penguin. This penguin is the tallest and heaviest species or type of penguin on Earth. They are one of the only penguins that live on Antarctica year-round. They have black heads and a black tail and back. Their chest is white and they have a yellow patch behind their ears and around their neck. Their body shape is compact. That means they have short arms and short legs. This allows them to keep heat close to their body. Another way they stay warm in this icy habitat is the way their feathers are designed. Yes, penguins are birds, so their body is covered with feathers, but their feathers are specially designed in order to live in this icy and windy habitat. Penguins have 4 thick layers of feathers that trap air inside their body, and they keep water off. Their wings are called flippers because they do not fly. Instead, they are excellent swimmers. They dive deeper than any other animal and can stay underwater for 20 minutes. Moving quickly in the water is what helps these emperor penguins stay alive, as they are hunted by killer whales and sea lions. On the ice, emperor penguins will huddle together for warmth, taking turns standing outside the huddle in order to give everyone a fair chance to be at the warmest spot, deep inside. You may notice that penguins are not very fast when they walk on the ice. They do have strong claws on their webbed feet to grip the icy surface, but they definitely shuffle along. So emperor penguins will use their bellies to move if they want to move faster on the ice. This is called tobogganing. Watch the penguins use their flippers and feet to push themselves quickly across the ice. It's time for the penguins sliding ice experiment. This is a demonstration. You do not have to try this at home. If you want to try it, please ask your parents for permission. It can get messy. For this experiment, I'm going to use a baking tray as my icy surface. It is smooth with no bumps on it, just like the icy land penguins slide on. I am going to use some books to raise my pan up on one side. This makes a ramp. My penguins will be these 2 ice cubes. Watch how my penguins slide down the ramp. What makes them move? This is a force called gravity. Gravity is a force on our Earth that constantly pulls things down. I'm going to do an experiment to see if the movement of the ice cubes will change if I change the surface of my ramp. I'm using flour as a way to test the movement of my penguin ice cubes. One side will have flour and the other side will have nothing. A fair test in science means I need to let go of my ice cubes at the same time in order to see or observe a change in motion. The ice cube on the flour had a hard time moving. Why did the flour slow the ice cube down? The ice cube penguins moving down the ramp had a force pulling them down, which was gravity. The ice cube on the pan moved faster because the pan was smooth. The flour caused the ice cube to slow down because it caused friction on the ice cube. Friction is a force that is pushing against a moving object when they rub together. Try rubbing your hands together to feel friction. It is hard to move them back and forth because of the way your skin is rubbing against itself. This rubbing of the flour on the ice caused it to move slower. If you wanted to go fast while you're sledding, would you choose a grassy hill or a snowy hill? Winter in Antarctica begins in March. This is when large colonies, or groups of penguins, will travel inland to find a mate and raise their young. In May or June, the female lays just 1 egg and gives it to the male while she returns to the sea to feed on krill and squid. There are no nesting materials available on the ice, so the penguins use their body to create a warm, safe shelter. The male will take care of the egg by balancing it on his feet and covering it by a warm layer of feathered skin called the brood pouch. The male incubates the egg for about 65 days. It may hatch before mom returns from the sea. When she does return, it is fed regurgitated or chewed up food from its mother's mouth. Dad will be very hungry as he has not eaten for 120 days. Dad will return to the ocean to eat for a few months. The baby depends on the colony for warmth until the baby's downy chick feathers are replaced by feathers that are waterproof and allows them to swim and catch food for themselves. I hope you have enjoyed learning about Antarctica. It certainly is a special place on our Earth. Scientists worry, however, that the Earth is getting warmer over time, and that may endanger the animals living on Antarctica. A warmer planet means that the ice is melting. If the ice melts, animals like the emperor penguin will have less land to call their home.